Greetings for the noob. Today we find ourselves on Surf Salvador. This map was just added to Momentum Art and I thought let's make a quick guide about it. One theme that you're going to discover pretty much instantly on this map is boarding ramps in this sort of 90-degree angle over the spine, like here for example. And there is one little trick that I'd like to show you for doing that. That can help as, to avoid an accident or maybe to just get a tighter board, and that is crouch boarding. So the moment you go over the spine of a ramp, you pull in your little surfer feet with crouch. Can't really do it here, to be honest. I'm going to show you again in a second. It's going to be tight, right? I think I have a save log prepared for this. This one, for example. So you pull in your feet and dodge the spine of the ramp, right? Now you have to be careful. If you just hold crouch the entire time, what happens is that you end up crouched on the ramp, right? Crouch boarding is not the same as riding a ramp crouched. If you ride a ramp crouched, well, things are really complicated how it actually works, but you see my crouch indicator is now red because crouch is forced. If you're crouched on a ramp, you cannot uncrouch. You will remain crouched. And a lot of the time, that's not really an issue. And there's actually also a lot of cases where it's actually beneficial to do that. But I'm not going to go into that right now. That's a major topic. But you want to avoid that when you're crouch boarding a ramp, right? So you only want to tap crouch really quickly so you don't end up actually crouched on the ramp. Okay. That's kind of the major thing I wanted to talk about. One other thing that is sort of more specific on this map is this section here. So one thing that often happens here, if you're not paying attention, is you board the ramp, let's say here, and then you go here, and then you see how far away you are from this ramp. I mean, you can do it, but it's obviously not ideal, right? Like you're so far away now that you have to cross so much distance. So on this ramp specifically, it can help to just go a little bit higher, go far to the right, and then, well, maybe don't exaggerate the flick all that much, right? But you can basically leave the ramp earlier. Now you have less distance to cover. And that's pretty much that. Maybe the one last thing that's kind of worth mentioning is really make sure that you don't get too low on this ramp, right? You really want to go high. So generally speaking on this map, to be honest, just moon everything a bit until pretty much the end. The end is the thing you can't moon. If you moon the end, like the last ramp into the end zone, you're gonna fail because you crash your head into the ceiling. That's pretty much all I wanted to say about this map. I hope maybe the crouch boarding thing helps you. Again, not just relevant for this map, relevant for a lot of maps. Just one thing that can make you a little bit of a better surfer. All right, that's it. Have fun. See ya.